Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Welcome to Arabic Level 1, Lesson number 3. Just to recap, in Level 1, Lesson 1, we covered the alphabet, the letters, Alif, Ba, Ta, Tha. Lesson 2, we put the vowels, the Fatha, Dhamma, and Kasra on each letter, the A, I, U sound. And now what we're going to do is combine Lesson 1 and 2 by putting the vowels, the three different vowels on each letter. The thing you want to look out for in this lesson is that the letters, the way, like for instance, when we saw the ba, letter ba, when it appears by itself, this is what it looks like. Ba. Very easy, like a little boat and a dot at the bottom. Ba. That was our ba. Right? And we said fatha gives you the a sound, ba. Kasra, b sound. Dhamma, bu sound. Ba, bi, bu. That's pretty easy. What happens is that when this letter appears in the beginning, the middle, or the end of the word, the appearance is different. The appearance is different. So for instance, the ba, when it appears in the beginning of a word, it's going to look like this. This letter right here, that's our ba. That's the ba. Ba, a ha, and a tha. So notice it didn't look like this, but instead this part got chopped off and the dot went right below this little stroke, which is called a nabira. The stroke right here is called a nabira, this area. And that's how the ba looks in the beginning, just like that. Now the same letter, the ba, if we looked at it in the middle of a word, like for instance, hibr, right, ink, right, hibr, hibrun, right, well, let's not put the vowels, but this is the ba in the middle. This is what the ba looks like. So the ba looks like this now. Okay, something is joining it from the right and something from the left. How do you identify it? By that one dot at the bottom, under a nabira. And similarly, if the ba was on the end of the word, it would look like the way it was written at the beginning. So like for instance, the word kalbun, kalb, which means a dog. This is the ba right there. See what it looks like in the end? It looks more like the way it was when it was isolated. So you have to be able to identify it, and one of the keys of identifying them is you use the dots. So anytime you see one dot at the bottom, that's always going to be a ba. Okay. The same with the ha. Let's look at a ha. A ha looks like this. Ha looks like that, right? Now when it's in the beginning of the word, it's going to look like, it's going to drop this thing, this part of the bottom, which we call the tail of the ha. It drops it, and it's just going to look like that. So in the beginning of the word, it's going to look like this. Take this word again, right? This is the ha. See, the tail at the end of it was dropped. And from here, we connected it to the next letter, whatever came next. Okay, that's the ha in the beginning. What about in the middle? In the middle now, it's going to look like this. Okay, here's the ha in the middle. See, the tail has dropped. But when it appears in the end now, the tail is going to reappear. So for instance, the word for salt. Okay? Milhun. The word for salt. See, this is the ha. It appears in the end and the tail reappears. That's the ha. And the same thing happens for each letter. So what we're going to try to do, inshallah, as we learn these words, we're going to try to identify each letter in the beginning, the middle, and the end. There's also a chart that you want to use. It's in the beginning. I'll tell you which page it is right now. It's on page 25 and 26. 25 and 26. Now the book doesn't It doesn't say 25 and 26 because, but go after 24 and between 24 and 27, you'll see 25 and 26. The numbers were cut off from the book. Okay, so now let's go into these letters and try to pronounce them. Okay, I'm going to use the stick so that way I don't have to block the letters. Okay, so let's try pronouncing this. Everyone, right? Ba, ha, tha. Ba, ha, tha. Now, when you put them together in a word, it's not going to look like this. This is just here to simplify it for you because you're learning. But this is the way it looks. Ba, ha, tha. Right? Ba, ha, tha. Now, we're getting closer to the real thing, right? Ba, ha, tha. This is what it looks like in the end. Bahatha. Bahatha. And bahatha is actually a verb. It means to search for, to look for something. Okay? Bahatha. What about this one? What's the first letter? Tha, ba, ta. Tha, ba, ta. Tha, ba, ta. Tha, ba, ta. Thabata. Thabata. And thabata means to be like established, to be firm, something that is thabit. Thabata. Next. Sha, ri, ba. Sha, ri, ba. Remember, kasra gives what sound? Ri. E sound, right? Sha, ri, ba. Again. Shariba. Shariba. Shariba means to drink, right? Shariba. To drink. Okay, what about this one? Nathara. Now, remember that we said that there are some letters that we call the round letters. Round letters, when you put a fatha on it, right? It doesn't give you the a sound, but it gives you the o sound, the o. So like ra, when you put a fatha on it, it's not going to sound like ra. It's going to sound like ra. Ra. Another letter that's like that is kha. And also sa, da, ta, dha, qa. These are some of the letters that are round letters. So those letters you have to watch out for them because a lot of people, they get tricked and they pronounce it as a regular fatha, but you have to remember that these are round letters. It sounds like o instead of a when there's a fatha on it. Nathara. Next. And again. Nathara. Nathara. Right? So on the final product, you want to kind of like make sure you blend in all the vowels and you don't leave any spaces. So this is going to be bahatha. Let's try it. Bahatha. Thabata. Shariba. Nathara. Nathara means to scatter something. Scatter, right? That's what it says in the book. Scatter, right? Nathara. Okay. So let's continue. We're on page 29 in our book, Miftahul Arabiya, Gateway to Arabic. So on page 29, we're going to continue with the rest of words. And in fact, all of these are verbs. These are all verbs. So let's see. Is it focused? Okay, now, so let's go to the fifth one. Let's try to read it. Ta, ra, ka. Taraka. 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 Taraka means what? Right? Taraka means like to leave. He left. Taraka means to leave or he left. Now, if you notice that it says he left, he scattered, he drank. When the verb is given in the what we call the what's it called again? When the verb is given in the I'm trying to remember the term that's used. The infinitive, that's it. The infinitive of the verb is given in that form, the he form. He left, he drank. So you will see taraka translated as he left or to leave, the verb to leave, right? So taraka, we notice that the ta, look at how the ta changes in the beginning, right? It's just like which letter? Just like the ba, right? Ta, ba, ta, and tha are the same, except for the dots. Now let's go to the last one, at the bottom of the page. Sa, ta, ra. Satara, 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 satara. And what does satara mean? Satara means to cover, to conceal. Satara, right? Satara. Notice what happened to the scene, right? The scene, the exact same thing happened to it as happened to sheen, right? Seen and sheen is the exact same, except for the 3 dots on sheen. Now let's go to the next page now. Okay, let's pronounce these. Jama'a. Jama'a. So that's an ayn. Ayn requires a lot of effort, right? Ayn. Jama'a. Jama'a. Look at what happened to the meme in the middle. See? Jama'a. Okay? And in the end, jama'a. Jama'a. So meme, when it's in the middle, it just looks like a circle, right? Jama'a. And the ayn, look at what happened to the ayn. Okay. Let me put this on the board because I think this requires a little bit of explanation for jama'a. So here we have jim, we have meme, right? And we have ayn. Jama'a, ayn. Okay. So let's take each letter and see what it looks like in the beginning, middle, and end. So first, jim. Jim in the beginning, it looks like this. In the beginning. In the middle, it looks like this. And in the end, it looks like this. That's jim. Alright? Something connecting to it. The meme now, in the beginning, is going to look like just a dot connecting to whatever comes after it. In the middle, it's going to have something connected from that side, a little circle, and then it goes. It continues to connect to the next letter. And in the end now, it's going to look like this. Okay? That's the meme in the end. And ayn, okay, that's what the ayn looks like this when it's isolated by itself. In the beginning, remember the tail is going to be dropped. So it's going to look like this, ayn, and connects to whatever comes after it. Okay? In the middle, it looks like this. It looks like a triangle, like a triangle. Okay? Ayn. And in the end, it looks, again, like a triangle, and then a tail at the end of it. That's the ayn. Jama'a. Okay? So let us continue. Jama'a. The one after that at the bottom is what? Sajada. Sajada. Sin, jim, and then dal, right? Sajada. Sajada, sajada. Sajada means to prostrate, right? Like when you pray and you prostrate. Okay? What's next? Kha, ra, kharaja. Very good. Kharaja. Next. Kharaja, kharaja. And I'm just asking to repeat it, but I want you to see what it looks like when you join the letters, right? Kharaja, kharaja. Now something you need to know is that the letter ra, right, are one of those letters that nothing joins to the left of it or to the end of it. But you can join something from the right of it or to the beginning. So you can put a ba and then a ra, right? But if you wanted to put another letter here, let's say for instance ba, ra, meme, right? Meme and then a jim, for instance. You have to disconnect the ra from the meme. You cannot join anything. You cannot join anything to the ra, meaning after the ra, right? So you couldn't take the ra and join it. The same thing for letter Zai. Zai follows the same rule. Okay? So for instance, if you said, if you made up a word like trying to think of a word that where Zai enters in the middle. Hmm? Yeah, here's an example, yeah. That's a good example. Zalzala, right? Okay, Zalzala. Look at this Zai. Notice nothing connects to it. Even this one, the first one, it doesn't connect to the lam. It has to be separated. Okay, but you can connect something to it from the right hand side of it, or to the beginning. The lam connects to the Zai. Okay, so that's the Ra and Zai. So let's continue. Hamida. 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 Look at the meme again. See what happens to the meme? Okay. Dal is another letter. Dal and Dal is another letter that follows, two letters that follow the same rule I just mentioned. Letter Dal and letter Dal. Dal and Dal. So you cannot connect anything to the left of the Dal of the Dal. It has to be separated. Okay. So for instance, the word Badr, Badrun, right? Or the word Badr. Or here you go, Dhakara. Okay, Dhakara. See the Dhal? Nothing connects to this side of it. So that's the Dhal. Now let's continue. Hafi. Hafi. Well, remember, Dha is a round letter. Right? So what's it going to be like? Hafidha. 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 Okay, so see what happens to the Fa? Look at what happens to the Fa. Fa, when it's isolated, looks like this, right? Fa. In the beginning of the word, it's going to be like this. Fa, and then whatever's there. In the middle, it's going to be like this. In the middle. And in the end, it's going to look like that. So, hafidha. The same thing for qaf. Exact same rule for qaf. Qaf looks like this in the beginning, right? Connects to whatever. Then, in the middle it looks like that. And in the end, it's going to look like this. Okay? So, fa and qaf, they're very similar. What's the difference between a fa and a qaf? One has two dots and one has one, right? And what else is different? If you put a fatha on each letter. Yeah, well, how does the qaf sound like? Good. One is round and one is not. Good job. Excellent. Okay, let's do the last word on this page. Sharaha. 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 Right? So that one was pretty easy. Okay, now let's keep going. Okay. Next page. Sara. Saraha. 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 Saraha means to shout, right? So he shouted. Saraha, to shout. Saraha. Okay. The sword. Does the sword connect from both sides? Okay, what does a sword look like? Let's put it up on the board. What would sword look like if it's in the beginning, the middle, and end? And it would be exact same thing for what? Seen and sheen. Okay, let's put these up. So sword, this is sword when it's isolated. Sword. When it's in the beginning, it's going to look like what? Connect to whatever is there, right? So the tail just drops basically. The tail drops. Okay. In the middle, this is what it looks like. And in the end, the tail reappears. Okay, the dot is the exact same thing except has a dot on it. Okay, no difference. What about seen and sheen? Seen by itself looks like this. In the beginning, right, seen looks like that. So the tail drops from it. Okay, in the middle, it's going to look like this. Looks like that little W there, right? That's seen in the middle. And in the end, looks like that. Seen on the end. Sheen is the exact same thing except it has 3 dots. That's sheen. Sheen gives you the sh sound. So here we have those letters, and now we're going to see some of them coming up now. So let's go to the second one. What's that second letter? Fakhara. 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 Fakhara means what? Al-iftikhar means to like boast. It means to boast, right? So he boasted, he was proud, right? Fakhara. What about the next one? Dakhala. 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 Dakhala, right? So dakhala means to enter. Dakhala means to enter. Let's put the lam up on the board. Let's put the lam up. Remember, jim, ha, and kha. Jim, ha, and kha. They're all the same. They follow the same rules. The difference is just that there's a dot there. Let's put jim, ha, and kha up. Jim in the beginning looks like what? That's jim, right? And it connects to whatever's there. In the middle, looks like that, right? And in the end, here goes the jim. Okay. If it was a ha, what would you do? Exact same thing. You just take the dots off. No dots. All right. And if it was a kha, the dot goes on the top. Okay. So that's jim, ha, and kha. Lam. Okay. Lam is like a hook, right? That's lam. In the beginning, lam looks like this. And you connect it to whatever is there, right? In the middle, looks like this. Right, connected from both sides. And in the end, it looks like that. Okay, that's your lam. So here we have the word dakhala. Dakhala, which means to enter. Dakhala. Very important word. It's used a lot in the Arabic language. Okay. Now, next. Warada. Warada. Notice the ra and the da has 2 different sounds. Rada. Warada. Because which one do you think is the round letter? The ra, right? Ra, because it sounds like ra. It doesn't. You don't say warada, even though you might find some people saying that. Warada. But that's wrong, okay? Actually, it's supposed to be warada. 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 Huh? No, exactly. None of these are connected. None of them are connected. But there's one letter that can be connected, right? But because it appeared in the beginning of the word, you couldn't connect it. Actually, look, all of these letters, the waw, the ra, and the dal, they all follow the same rule. Waw, ra, dal. All of these letters, well, ra, zai, dal, and dal, all of these, they follow the same rule. You cannot connect anything from this side of it. From the, if it's in the beginning of the word, the next letter that comes after it does not connect to it. But can you connect from this side? Yes, you can. Right? So you can say, for instance, put a meme here and a waw. You can put a meme and a ra, a meme and a zai, a meme and a dal, a meme and a dal. Okay, but nothing to the left of the letter. Okay, let's keep going. Tarada. 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 So how many round letters are there? Two. Ta, ra, tarada. Very good. Okay, what about tarada means what? Tarada means like to throw away, right? To throw something. He says that to chase away, he repelled. Tarada means like to throw something out. Tarada. Like if someone's expelled from school, they use that word. Turida qaydahu, yani his papers were like thrown out. I mean, that's how they say he was expelled. Okay. What about the next one? Nadima. 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 Any round letters there? Do you hear any round letters? No round letters, right? Nadima. Right? Can you, if I asked you, is dal a round letter here? Would that be appropriate? No, because round letters only are relevant if there's a fatha on it. So nadima, nadima, nadima. And it means to regret. Nadima, to regret. Now let's finish up the next two pages. Okay, next. Ha, za, ma. Hazama. Hazama. Are we on the same page? No, we're on the wrong page. Okay, sorry. Okay, we're on page 32. What do we have? Dhakara. Dhakara. Any round letters there? Ra, right? Dhakara, to remember. Next. Hadaba. Hadaba. Now remember, that's a deep ha, right? So we're saying ha. Hadaba. And if it was the other ha, what would it be like? Hadaba. Ha. But this is a deep ha. Hadaba. Okay, this is what the ha looks like in the beginning, right? In the beginning of the word. That's a ha. Hadaba. Next. Akhadha. Akhadha. Any round letters? Akhadha. Akhadha. Kha is a round letter. Akhadha, to take. Next. Shakara. Shakara. Shakara means to be thankful, right? Shakara. Shakara. Next. Rafa'a. Rafa'a. Any round letters there? Huh? Ra. The ra is a round letter. The fa and ayn, they're regular. Next. Za'ama. Try to pronounce the ayn. Za'ama. Za'ama. Za'ama means like za'am, to claim, to make a claim. Za'am. Next. Hazama. Hazama. Make sure it's the airy ha. Ha. Hazama. Next. Nazala. 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 Nazala means to descend, to come down. Next. Hafaza. Hafaza. Hafaza means like urge, to incite. Next. Qara'a. 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 What do we say when we say qara'a? What does it sound like? Iqra means to read, right? Qara'a means to read. Okay. What's the last letter? The last letter in qara'a. What's that letter called? Hamza. Very good. Hamza. And not alif, right? Next. Now remember, is ghain a round letter? Yeah. Gha. Ghasala. 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 To wash, right? And next one. Na'asa. Na'asa. Na'asa means to get sleepy, to like doze off. Na'asa. Still have some more. Let's try to finish up all of these. Next. Nashito. Nashito. Okay, nashito, to be active. Next. Atisha. Atisha. To be thirsty, right? Next. Sabara. Sabara, very important word, right? To be patient. Sabara. Next. Lasiqa. Lasiqa. Lasiqa, to be stuck. Next. ضحك. ضحك. ضحك, to laugh. ضحك. Next. Nope, that's not a fa. نقى. نقص. 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 نقص means to be deficient or to be less. So we'll stop here with these. For homework, try to do page 35, 36, and 37. Those 3 pages, just try to read them. Just reading. And also review the pages we did today. So we did about 5 pages. It looks like a lot, but it's only a few. Also notice that in the book that you have, they have lines. You see the blank lines? They want you to copy over those letters. Okay? So this book is really good for helping you to write. Okay? So if you did the first few pages where you had to write the letters individually, now you can join them. Okay, so that would be good practice for you. So we'll stop here tonight, inshallah, and hope to see you in the next lesson. Just do your homework assignments, review the letters, review the pronunciations, remember the round letters, and get as much writing practice as possible. هذا وصلى الله على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. جزاك الله.